Hi guys, welcome to Codewise, and today in this video we are going to discuss a new question from new website, that is from Codechef, which is a competitive coding platform. We have a question called maximum PO. It's sort of a easy level question, though it looks very tough. But this is the beauty of the competitive coding, right? It looks tough, but it is a bit easy level question. Basically, competitive questions are for solving competitive question, you don't need to know all the concepts. You just have to be logically strong. You have to be focused, right? I definitely suggest beginners to start with the competitive coding. Even I started with competitive coding. What happens is if you start with competitive coding, your mindset develops for the coding environment, because you just try, like if you're a beginner, just try with going with competitive coding first. It really helps a lot. Okay, by the way, let's start the question. So basically what they have given is they have given an array of n elements. There is an order triplet ijk such that they are pairwise distinct, and this the constraint, the value of triplet. We have to find the value such using this formula such that the maximum value of all possible ordered triplet, we get the maximum value of all triplet, right? And if two triplets are equal, if A equal to D, B equal to E, C equal to F. For example, this is not an same order triplet, because one is not equal to two is not equal to three, and three is not equal to one. So this is an input. So first we are taking test cases from the user, and then we are taking the number of elements and the number of array elements, and we have to find the maximum value among the different order triplets. And this is the constraint. Constraints is very important in competitive coding, right? Okay, so and this is the subtask, fine. And these are test cases and the output. Most of the time you get the answer through this section itself. If you go through the test cases and answers and explanation, you get the clear idea what the question wants, right? So basically, if we take this example 113, what is the maximum output we can get? That is 3 minus 1 into 1, right? This is the uh, this is the formula, right? They have mentioned, that is AI minus AJ into AK. Just logically think, when do we get maximum value? When we do something greater, the largest minus the lowest, we get the largest value, right? And when multiplying what we did, we get still more greater value. We can't see, they are saying it's a pairwise distinct. You can't repeat the same value again, right? So obviously, the number which is next greater to this, I mean, just smaller than this value, if we multiply with it, we get the maximum value, right or wrong? So the question just boils down to what we have to do is just sort these elements and just just subtract the largest value with the lowest value, and just multiply with the next smallest greatest value. Let's take a paint. Let's see it a bit more clear. Now let's take this example, 3 4 4 1 2. 3 4 4 1 2, right? So when do we get, also we have to, they have said that we have to use, yeah, let's take A minus B into C. So we have to just into, so they said we have to use this formula and get the maximum value. out of this. So when do we get the maximum value? So for getting a maximum value, A should be the largest of all. This B should be the smallest of all, and C should be the next uh, the greatest of all, but smaller than this one. Next greatest, right? Okay. So for that, we just need to sort this array. So if we sort this array, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4, and just we have to get the maximum value. Just subtract a of n. That is, if you have n elements, just subtract a of n minus a of 0, and do multiply it with next greater element, that is a of n minus 1. Sorry, if you are starting from the 0th index, then this will be 3, 4. So this will be a of n minus 1, right? The last element will be a of n minus 1 into a of 0 into, sorry, a of n, I'm sorry to confuse you, a of n minus 1 minus a of 0 into a of n minus 2, right? This will be solution. That's it. That's what I said. Competitive questions are, it's not that difficult, but you have to use your brain. So now just let's code it. First, let's just code in our ID. Basically, it's sort of a compiler for the competitive for the coach. So for in this competitive questions, we have to write everything from the beginning. Like we don't have like no, it's not like leetcode. It's not like we have to start through these functions. We have to write all the template. So let's just write this down, and they have given it's in the form of test cases, right? That is, first your user takes t, then n, then a. So constraints for t it's still 100, so int will be fine. C in t, and while t minus minus, or else you can also use a for loop, doesn't mind, and then take n. So what will be constraint? Constraint will be int itself, because it doesn't exceed 10 power 9, 10 power 5. Okay, then take n value, and now let's take array element in long. A of n, let's take it, let's name the array as a of n, then the int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and now we have to see in a of I, right? We have to call the elements. Now we just have to code it. That is, first we have to sort this element as we discussed. Just we are using this inbuilt function, that is sort built in, and just this is a common way for an array. To sort an array, we use this command. For what do we do for vector? For vector, we just do it as, for example, if the vector name is a dot begin, and a dot end. Okay, this will be for vector if you are taking a vector. Cool. Now what we have to output, just output cout here n minus 1 minus a of 0 into a of n minus 2. Let's just end this line. So let's run this. Let's take input and let's run this once, then let's submit this. Okay, let's see if we are getting the correct output or not. 2, 12, 20, 126. Yeah, we are getting the perfect output. Now let's just copy this and let's submit this. So I do recommend you to first use IDE as a sort of a shell for testing your code, writing down your code, then copy this here, because you have to see, even if you have to see the question also, right, while doing a problem. If you're just using directly in the submit, you can't go back and see what's the question again and again. So it's better to do first in the ID and then go with the submit. Okay, now let's submit this. Yes, does work. So we get the correct answer, status is correct answer, and all the sub tasks are completed and it's right. Okay, so that is it. See you in the next video. If you like the video, you can like the video and do subscribe to our channel. A lot more contents are coming up from this channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.